I was just sitting here tripping. Like, the bully game is like the marijuana game. It reminds me of the marijuana game. It's all about different strains. That's what it's all about. Right now, you gotta have the best strain of dog. Like, you gotta see people. When you see a person out there and he know he got the best strain of some endo, he'll run around and he'll just expose this endo like this the best. It's some of the best out here in the streets. That's what the bully game remind me of. Who got the best? Who got the best strain right now? It's not the best dog because none of the dogs are being made the same. And I see a lot of dogs that look the same. I like the look of the dogs right now. I can never say that the dogs that are being shown are ugly dogs. Those are nice looking dogs. Some of them don't look like Razor's Edge. I mean, they may resemble it a little bit in the head size with the box head shapes, but they're a little bit smaller and they breathe a little bit harder than a Razor's Edge dog did. But they look nice. They look nice. You got to say that about them. They do look nice. But it's still not to say that most of them aren't different strains. When you go up in a challenge in the dog ring up against another dog, it's like the cannabis cup. Like you going up against a different group of people who claim they created a better strain than you did. It's the same way in the dogs. When you go in the ring, it's like you claiming you created a better strain of dog than he did. Because you both already know neither one of these dogs were built the same. They're going to have different genotypes. They're going to have different phenotypes. Both of them. And, neither dog will be looked at in other breeders' eyes as a perfect dog. Because he either had a nose that was too short. They didn't like the way his ears was. Somebody ain't going to like the way his back legs looked. He didn't look straight in the back. Something's going to be wrong. Because these are people, these are breeders, people who are creating different strains. So there's always going to be something wrong with your strain. It ain't never going to be right. Mufasa was right. Nobody even talks about Mufasa because that when it's just too perfect, like Mufasa was too perfect, like Samson, grand champion Samson, just perfect. I don't know. I think Mufasa was, if I had to judge Samson and Mufasa, I would choose Mufasa. But those are two different strains. Neither dog was built the same way. Neither dog was built the same way. Two different strains. Cookies is not put together like Granddaddy Purple. Cookies is not put together like Potato Runts. Cookie is not put together like OG Kush. Samson is not put together like Mufasa. Basically, they're not the same. They're two different strains. Who has the best strain? Mufasa, he probably isn't put together like Venom. Venom probably ain't put together like Demon Boy. They're all different strains. So who has the best strain? When you come to the table, it's all about who put together the best strain. Can't you figure this out? This is how you have to be thinking in your head. Your mentality has to be there to where you thinking in your head, I can create a better strain than what this brother just did right here or this sister just did right here. Even if I had to add something new that people claim is not already in the dog. And if it's not in the dog, then most people won't even know. Hopefully. Let me go a whole new direction this time. So this year when I bring out my brand new stack, my new stash, when I bring my new dog out this year, he'll have something newer added to him. See, they gonna take Cookie this year. Now they finna take Cookie and they gonna go put it to Potato Runs. They gonna add something because it wasn't as potent as the other one was. I ain't saying nothing wrong about either strain. Now you gotta take the two dogs, Mufasa and Samson, and put them together. And then you gotta go add something to that. You gotta make and build a brand new dog, a brand new strain that's better than the strain on the side of you. A dog show is no different than a cannabis cup. Look at it as the same way as the cannabis cup. The person sitting on the side of you in his booth, he got a different strain. He got some Master Kush over here. He got some shit called Yoda Kush. You got boys over here, these street boys over here. You got boys over here, these hillbillies. They from the hills. They think they got better shit than what you could grow in the city. And they here to challenge you on it and stand on it. Because they know their strain is better than yours. That's what a dog show is. It's just somebody showing up to challenge you on it. That I have a better strain than what you have built, than what you have created. And some strains just be better. Because a lot of people are following trains. I really probably, think a lot of people who are creating designer dogs probably shouldn't even put too much bulldog off in there. Because that's what they all are called, is designer dogs. They've been built in a colorful way. Sometimes when you put together a colorful bully, you're forgetting that the colors that you're adding come along with genetics. So if that was a tall dog or a short dog, just because you're using a really, really short dog, don't mean that you still won't get a tall dog out of that litter. It's just that you chose to show us the really, really short one. It could be a litter of 6. And they all was bred the same, but one of those dogs gonna come out short, stocky, just like you want him, even though when he breed, he ain't gonna throw the same type of dogs that you're looking at on the ground. That's what I be saying about some of these, bullies that I've been seeing. Pretty dog, but unless he breeds to his own family, he doesn't throw the same kind of dog you're looking at on the ground. They only do that when they breed to their own family. That's why I say sometimes it wouldn't even matter if you inbred the hell out of these dogs. That's what they did to the pit bull. And they created one strain. Kobe created one strain. He created one strain. They say the Hollingsworth pit bull was added to Razor's Edge. Hollingsworth created one strain. That was his strain of dog. How many different strains do you got in the dog breed today? You got a lot of different strains in the dog breed today. A lot of different breeds and a lot of different strains in the dog breeds today. In the bully game today. It ain't gonna stop. The strains is gonna keep coming, and the game is gonna keep changing. Like I said, by the time a real American bully get here, every single person that owns an American bully right now probably be deceased. You probably won't even be here no more. Be like 2069, 2070. If you plan on living that long, you might see the ending results of the American bully, hopefully. That's how it be when you keep mixing dogs and making new strains, because when the dog keeps changing like it is right now to being very broad and mass, that's because the dogs had something new added to it, something that had thick bone. A dog that had thick bone. And when you got, the opportunity to go outside and find you a different dog, find a dog that people can get their hands on, because there's a lot of people that got the opportunity to go outside, and go find that dog. Go somewhere where, they got dogs that just don't look like the dogs we got over here, And even if you looked at that dog face to face in his eyeballs, you couldn't tell what he was because he ain't come from over here. He ain't come from over here. He's a whole different breed of dog. All they need to do is breed it one time and get the characteristics of the dog, and they can shape and form him from that point on. It's just a different strain of dog. That's all an American Bully game is. Strains of dogs. Dogs that keep on being something added to them and things put on to them, and they just keep turning colors and evolving. It's just a strain full of different dogs.